say a few words directly about this. So Allama Iqbal says that ontological argument is always appeal to speculative mind. This claim is true, fair, to the extent that, as I said in Cartesian system, and Descartes is one of the greatest proponent of the argument in modern times, our experienced or our empirical reality is less certain than our own mind and what is going on in our mind. And so to that extent, any argument stemming from that sort of methodology can be dubbed as a speculative argument. So he brackets the existence of empirical reality or reality outside us through so-called Cartesian doubt. But in a sense, it is still a reality, experiential reality, as far as our inner world is concerned, because the experience is not just outer, inner experience. So you can say that it prioritizes our inner experience over our outer experience, at least in terms of certainty. And if you want to call this a speculative, that's fine, but you should remember that it's still at the level of experience. But this experience it's talking about is only self-experience of or itself. So it's not outward experience. So it's sort of self-referential experience. So if you want to call that a speculative, that you can call it, but that's not what really we mean by speculation. And at least in Cartesian version, what you do is you just focus on your own mind and you see whether you can deny the existence of the idea which is clear and distinct. And Descartes thinks that you can't, and for him, clear and distinct idea is the most certain thing in the world. And that's a guarantee for existence. And that's how he established his own existence in the first place. And then existence of the world. And in a similar way, established the existence of God, because God is an idea in his mind, which is clear and distinct. So you can call it speculative, but so what I want to say is not every version of ontological argument is speculative in the classical sense, at least not the Cartesian version. That's one thing. And the second thing is, you can also claim that cosmological argument is also speculative, in a very specific sense, that you start with fact and then you claim that in order to explain the facts fully, you need to posit a being which will explain the facts but which needs no explanation itself. So that's also a speculative move. In fact, more speculative than ontological versions of Descartes. So it depends on what you mean by speculation. So I'll accept Allama Iqbal's claim here, but with all this detour, yeah. So the ontological argument which has been presented in various forms by various thinkers has always appealed most to the speculative